Hello everyone. Gonna zoom out. Alright, so here's the new snowfall map. Yellow, you're coding to 1 inch. Orange, 1 to 3. Purple, 3 to 6. Lighter pink, 6 to 12. The black or dark blue, 12 to 18. Darker pink, 18 to 24. And I even added a 24 plus inch line in the red. Okay? I want to show you something before I go over this map. This is your liquid equivalent forecast from hold on, Tuesday to Thursday evening. Take a look at this. So, in the form of snow, this area over here is going to receive up to 3 inches of liquid. So if it was to rain, you would get 3 inches of rain in this area. Now, there's something called snowfall ratios. And this is one way, this is actually the most efficient way that I find snowfall accumulations, is I take your liquid equivalent and I multiply it by a factor, which is given to me by the short range model, and it looks like your snowfall ratio is going to be in the 10 to 15 range in this area. So you basically take this value and you multiply it by 15, or 10, most likely 10. So in some of these areas up here where you have the 3 inches of liquid equivalent, you might get up to 30 inches of snow. If it's all snow, of course. Now the reason you're not going to get more than that is because these areas here are going to see rain first. So that's why it's not going to all be snow. Some of this liquid equivalent is going to be in the form of rain, or in the form of ice, or in the form of normal liquid. So again, it's just an approximation. But obviously these areas up here are going to see the most snow. So if you take 3 and you multiply it by 10, that's 30. That's where I added my 24 plus inch line over here. 24 plus inches. So here's what's going to happen. This storm, I want to explain why the snowfall amounts increase as you go further north and east. This storm, as it moves up this way, it's going to be rapidly intensifying along the boundary between warm and cold air. You're going to get a lot of lift. That's going to help strengthen it. And then as it gets closer to the ocean, and this is the primary reason why this area gets a lot more snow. Because as it gets near the ocean, look at the amount of moisture that it can absorb. That is an extremely large amount of moisture. Okay, so this is going to be taking in so much moisture when it nears the ocean. I mean, the ocean's made of water. Come on. That's why, and again, on the northwest side of the storm, that's where you get most of your snow. So that's why up here, you're going to get the most snow. When the storm's down here, it's not absorbing as much moisture from the ocean. When it's over here, it starts to absorb more moisture, and bam, you get more snow. There's more liquid to fall from the sky, and it's going to fall as snow because it's cold up there. So that's why this area, Maine and New Hampshire and Vermont, get more snow, because they're closer to the ocean like the storm is. So I hope you guys kind of understood that. Again, I'm new at this, so I'm trying my best here to forecast and explain things in layman's terms. I hope I don't discombobulate anything, but let me get my interstate map up so we can talk about snowfall accumulations now. And I also want to say that this is definitely going to be a storm to remember for northern New England. This is a really big one. This is the storm of the winter. Area is Albany and north. Albany and north, this is your storm of the winter right here. So yeah, you got to watch out for that. Maybe this one would be better. Yeah, this one's a lot more clearer to read. Okay. So here's your snowfall map. Alright, hold on. Let me just zoom out. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so your coding to 1 inch line is in the yellow. That is going to start just north of Interstate 70 in Pennsylvania, and it's going to move northeast across southeastern Pennsylvania, over central New Jersey, and it's just going to make it into New York City and Long Island. Just barely. What's going to happen is, I would say everybody in the yellow area, and maybe even into the orange, which is 1 to 3, this is mainly going to be a rain event for you. What's going to happen is your temperatures are still going to be in the 40s and even to the lower 50s at some points throughout the day Wednesday. And that southerly flow, the northern winds that are bringing in that warm air, are going to last until the storm moves through Thursday night, probably around midnight. By then, the storm will be off the coast. Behind that, your cold air is going to rush in. So I think this area, you're going to change over to snow probably around 3. This area probably before 3, maybe anywhere between 1 to 3. Here, anywhere between probably 3 to 5 a.m. I think you're going to be too warm even most of Wednesday night, because that storm isn't going to be moving off till, almost Thursday morning. In fact, let me just take a quick look at that, because I was almost completely prepared for this thing here. Alright, so that's Thursday evening, okay? So this is Thursday evening. Alright, sorry, Wednesday evening. This is 1 a.m. Thursday. See, it's not completely out yet, so that you're still going to have warm air over those southern areas. Then it's out by 7 a.m. So I think it's safe to say that in the yellow you'll change over by about 4 a.m. at the latest, I would say. But then again, look at your precipitation map. By then, by the time you're cold enough for the changeover, by the time you're cold enough for the changeover, most of your heavier precipitation is already up north. So this is going to be mainly a rain event for you, and areas over here, southern New England, Long Island, New York City, northern New Jersey, you can see up to a half an inch of rain. But as you go further south, that's going to decrease, because your heaviest precipitation is always on the northern side of the storm. Okay? So you're going to change back over to snow for a very brief period. I think it won't be longer than 6 hours, but again, it's not going to be heavy. I think it's going to be more of a light snow, like a snow showery type thing, where it might be briefly moderate. It'll probably be moderate at times, but I don't think it's going to be too heavy. So coating to an inch for you guys, alright? North of Poughkeepsie in New York, and north of I-80 that in Pennsylvania, that's where your 1 to 3 line starts. So that's going to extend across central Pennsylvania into southern New York, north of Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie, you're just on the edge of the 1 to 3 there. Northern Connecticut, you're just in it. Rhode Island, you missed the 1 to 3. And Boston, you're in the 1 to 3 inch range. So again, your storm is going to be going like that. So you'll be getting heavy precipitation over here, but it'll be in the form of rain mostly. You won't be changing over till... you're going to change over earlier. Areas west are going to change over first. Areas east are going to change over last. So keep that in mind. Alright. So that's your 1 to 3 inch line. So you're going to have a... See, if you look here at your precipitation map, this is Thursday morning. Notice you still have some heavier precipitation in that 1 to 3 inch area. So you still are probably... You'll get more snow than the yellow area. Okay, so 1 to 3 there. Okay, hold on. Alright, here we go. Now, just north of I-80 in western Pennsylvania, your actually just south of it, your 3 to 6 line is going to start. It's going to move northeast. It's going to be very narrow. It's going to pass just south of Albany. Going to go through northwestern Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire, and the coast of Maine. And so areas in the 3 to 6, you're going to see a little bit of a mixing, because the storm is going to come pretty close. When the low pressure comes close, you will get warm air coming in. So you have to watch out for some mixing. So that's why your amounts are lower. But then the boundary between warm and cold air is going to be very abrupt. Right in between the 3 to 6 line and the 6 to 12 line there, that boundary is going to be very abrupt. So it's just going to be all cold here. So you're going to be getting all snow. So heavy rain down here, heavy snow up there. So then your 6 to 12 line is going to start, again, probably along I-71, northeastern Ohio, northwestern Pennsylvania. That's going to spread eastward. Now, here's what's going to happen. The reason I have an 18 to 24 spot. It kind of looks isolated. You're like, why the heck is that there? So the dark blue again is 12 to 18 here. The reason I have 18 to 24 over here is because as the storm moves up, not only is there going to be heavy precipitation coming in on the left side, but you're also going to be getting the cold air mass trying to move in, so you have winds coming off the Great Lakes. So you're going to have some lake effect snow in addition to the snow from the storm. So that's going to create, number one, blizzard conditions in this area and additional snow accumulation. So 12 to 18, this area, and you're going to get 18 to 24 in that little area near the Great Lakes in northwestern New York State. Your 12 to 18 line continues north of I-91, and your 12 to 18 is going to continue up into central Vermont, central New Hampshire, central to southern Maine, and then the pink here, the lighter pink, is your 6 to 12. If I was to look at a map of cities, let me do that so I can identify. Alright, here we go. So, Portland, Maine, you're in 3 to 6. Burlington, Vermont, you're in 24 plus. Syracuse, New York, I would put you in the 18 to 24 range. Rochester, 12 to 18. Albany, 6 to 12. Let's see, what else can I think of? Bangor, Maine, I would put you in the probably 12 to 18. And then again, so that's your, there's your 12 to 18, I went through that. Now you're 18 to 24, central Maine, northern areas, northeastern New York, northern Vermont, and northern New Hampshire. And then your heaviest precipitation as the storm strengthens is going to be right over here. You're going to have a line of 24 plus. Burlington, you are in that 24 plus. Okay, so watch out. Caribou, Maine, you're 12 to 18. Alright, so this is your snowfall map. Again, courtesy of me. I spent a lot of time putting this together. So, I hope it's accurate. And I hope I did a good job of explaining it and interpreting it. Alright, thank you for watching. Alright, we talked about the severe weather, icing threat. I still think you're going to have to watch out for ice, a sheet of ice to develop in these areas, the orange and the yellow, and then extending further south, because that Arctic air is going to be rushing in really quick behind the storm. So any rain that is accumulated is going to, it's going to rapidly freeze. So watch out there. Alright, and since I have time, I've prepared quite a bit for this. Number one, again, storm of the winter for this area up there. So, I mean, this storm disappointed the heck out of me by going north of Long Island where I am, but still very grateful that I get to forecast a big storm. I'm watching another threat for southern New England, Sunday night into Monday, so that'll be the next video.